Hello, my friends. Another candle review for you today. I'm going to be talking about Country Candle Golden Tobacco. Now, this candle came onto my radar, I want to say maybe about a year and a half ago. I tend to like tobacco fragrances. They can be hit or miss. Sometimes if they're mixed with, like, say, too much patchouli or something like that, it's kind of a turnoff to me. But when they are mixed with more woody fragrances, I do tend to really enjoy them. So about a year and a half ago, I purchased this in a daylight, which is one of the things that I really like about Kringle Candle, is that if you are unsure of a fragrance, you can always purchase it in one of those small daylights for like a really minimal investment, especially when they run sales on them. And that way you can get a little bit of an idea about whether or not you want to purchase a candle in full size. Well, of course, I got that candle in. I liked the fragrance and I thought, I want this in full size. However, that was during the time period when Kringle was transitioning their candles from the paraffin wax to the 100% soy wax formula. So that's giving you a little bit of background about this candle. Why don't I go ahead and just give you the details of this specific candle that I am reviewing before I give you more information about it. So this is their standard 2-wick large jar. I believe that this candle also is currently available in a medium-sized jar, as well as the daylight that I mentioned and the wax melts. This candle is 100% soy wax, as I mentioned earlier, and I believe that this one that you are looking at right here retails for $31. Now, even though I am a Kringle Candle brand ambassador, this candle was not sent to me in PR. I did purchase this candle quite a ways back. I want to say maybe it was back in May, June, somewhere around that time. And I knew that this was a candle that I wanted in my collection. Now let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance notes on here. Top notes are cedarwood, cypress, pepper. Mid notes of amber, Oilbanum, I think I'm saying that correctly, I'm not sure, sandalwood, tobacco. Base notes of leather, suede, and sweet incense. The pour date of this specific candle that I am reviewing is April 3rd, 2024. And as I do with all of my candle reviews, I will make sure that I have the fragrance notes, pour date, as well as my home layout listed in the description box down below. So that way you can always refer back to it if you are contemplating purchasing this candle. All right, so my nose really likes this candle because I get the tobacco note. I do get that base note of leather and suede in here. However, for me personally, leather scents I don't always enjoy because they can come across a little bit too traditionally masculine cologne-like to me. They can be a little bit too rich and deep for me. But in this fragrance, I think the suede in here kind of balances out. I don't really detect an incense note. I'm just going off of like the base notes here. What my nose does smell is a sweet tobacco. I smell some amber, which is a little bit of perfuminess in here, but this is not like a perfumey type of candle. Cedarwood, yes, there's a woody element to this, but again, it's not a super deep masculine fragrance, which I think is something that I'm always really concerned about when I am looking at tobacco fragrances. This is really nice. It's a little bit more complex, to be quite honest with you, to explain. It's not as, if you're familiar with the Halloween candle that was, what was that called? Scarecrow, from the 2023 lineup. It's not as like tobacco and hay smelling as that candle is. That has a little bit more of that like outdoors appeal to it. Whereas this, it has that same tobacco note in it, but it's balanced out with that leather and suede. And it's missing the booziness aspect that is found in the new Skull and Sonnet, which you guys know I am in love with that fragrance. There's no booziness to this. This is just a very nice, gosh, I'm just trying to, it's a nice tobacco fragrance, but there is some sweetness in it. And the sweetness is coming from, I believe, the cedarwood, a little bit of amber in there. Pepper, I'm smelling a little bit of pepper in here, definitely on those top notes, but again, it's not like I'm gonna be sneezing from pepper. This is just, I would describe it as a traditionally quote unquote masculine fragrance, although we all know that whether you are a man or a woman, you can enjoy whatever fragrances you really enjoy and don't have to make any apologies for that. I get some sandalwood in here, but it's not overly heavy. I honestly don't know what Oilbanum smells like. Maybe I will list that in the description box down below. In fact, when I get done filming this, I will look up, I'll just do a quick little Google search to see what Oilbanum is frequently described as a fragrance note as, and I'll have that typed out down there for you guys. But this is just a really nice fragrance. It's a nice, calm, masculine fragrance. If you don't want something that's overly cologne-like, but you tend to like tobacco fragrances, I think that you would like this. Now, like I said, I tried this in a daylight first, and I would say that if you are on the fence about this candle, that is probably going to be the best route that I would encourage you to go before committing to a full-sized candle. Either a daylight or a wax melt is probably going to give you the best idea of what this fragrance is, because like I said, it's a little bit more complicated for me to try to describe for all of you, but I do tend to like it. So if you are somebody who has similar fragrance preferences like me, if you tend to like some of the fragrances that I have recommended in the past, then you might be interested in this candle. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this one. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around for you. So I did light this candle outside. You guys know I tend to batch film when I do my candle reviews, and so I don't always have fragrances that would complement each other when I am filming my reviews. So I tend to light them outside and bring them in as I am conducting my reviews. Obviously, I've been burning the candle in the house up until this point. So far, I'm getting a pretty clean burn on this candle. Now, I have been trimming the wicks before each burn, but you can see that I still have really healthy flames. They are not overly aggressive flames. I'm not getting any sooting. And even when I'm trimming this candle each time before a fresh burn, the carbon residue at the end is not excessive. I can go ahead and lift that up. It's a little bit harder to see on this one because you've got that like colored black wax on here, but no sooting, no issues with that so far. So that has been good. Strength and throw on this candle is honestly where I'm going to say you might be a little bit disappointed. So this candle, I'm going to give about a 5 in terms of strength and throw. It's medium. I would say like low medium. If you are planning to burn this maybe in like an office setting, not like a work office, but like a home office, maybe a bedroom, if you have a smaller bedroom, I think that's probably going to be the ideal place. You're going to want something with a little bit lower ceiling. So maybe if you have an older style of home, maybe not a super large home, then you're going to be pleased with the performance on this. I have typically been burning this candle in my daughter's room. My oldest daughter in particular, but actually both of my girls, they tend to be very varied in terms of the fragrances that they appreciate, and they actually like some of these types of fragrances too. So I've been burning this candle at night in their bedroom, and they've actually really been enjoying it, and it's very pleasant in there. It's noticeable, but again, not going to punch you in the face, but it's definitely a noticeable background fragrance, which is honestly, for those members of my family in particular, that's how they prefer a lot of home fragrance. They don't like things to be overly dominant. They like it to be a nice background fragrance. So that is what this candle has been when I burned it in their bedroom. Also, I would say when I burn it in my master bedroom, it's similar. It performs similar. It doesn't throw into the ensuite master bath when I burn it in my bedroom, but if I burn it out here in the open concept living room, the fragrance does get a little bit lost, and I can't really smell it when I'm entering the room from across the room. So that is just, you know, my observations about the performance of this candle. If you are interested in purchasing this one, like I said, I am an ambassador with KRINGLE, which means that I do have an affiliate discount code with them. My code Katie15 will save you 15% off of your purchase over at KRINGLE Candle. That is eligible for a commission, so please only use that if you are comfortable doing so. But this candle actually does get 2 thumbs up from me. I have really enjoyed pairing this with the Skull and Sonnet candle, which at the time that I am filming this review is still currently available. It is one of their like core Halloween fragrances for 2024. It really complements that fragrance well. If you have Thirst from the Halloween candle, it complements that one. It works really well with my Bath & Body Works Palo Santo and Vanilla. Just a lot of like more of what those fragrances that I would call like an evening fragrance. Even if you have maybe something that's more of like a hearth type of fragrance, you might like pairing this one as well. I'm thinking of the warm and toasty candle from KRINGLE. I think it goes nicely with, as well as I have a candle from them last year that was one of their holiday candles, the fireplace candle. I think that this one would be really nice. So this one is very versatile. I don't think that this is just limited to a fall fragrance. I think that this is a great scent that you could burn year round, and I don't really associate it with any particular season in and of itself, which is great, especially if you are a seasonal burner like myself. There's some fragrances that while we might enjoy them, we only enjoy them for a couple of months. This one I see being a good staple fragrance year round. So like I said, 2 thumbs up from me. Hit thumbs up yourself if you enjoyed this video. It helps me out with the old YouTube algorithm, gets my content out to more viewers who might enjoy some candle content. If you are coming across my channel for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I love to do lots of candle reviews like this one. I do hauls, I do empties, I do a lot of fun candle content over here. So if you enjoy candles just as much as I do, I think that you'll like sticking around. So please feel free to hit that subscribe button before you get on out of here. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.